Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rajel, and in this corner of the internet, I make design and lifestyle related videos. So I also cover topics such as graphic design, illustration, cooking, vlogging, traveling, etc. So if any of those topics interest you and you want to stick around, consider subscribing and hit that bell for notifications. So I'm super stoked for this video today because I will be doing art-inspired outfits. So this idea kind of came to mind because I do have a BFA in graphic design and illustration, and so during that time when I was in college, I took a lot of art history classes and ended up falling in love with a lot of different art movements because I learned about a lot of different art movements. And since it's been a while since I took an art history class, and with quarantine still happening, I haven't been able to go to my local art museums, I decided to bring the art over to me. And for this video, we are going to be covering the Impressionism and Post-Impressionism movement. Before we delve into the outfits, I wanted to give you all a crash course on the two art movements just in case you were curious and are interested in art like I am. If you don't care too much for it though, that's okay. I've included a timestamp in the description that'll take you to the outfits. The Impressionism art movement started sometime in the 1860s when artists wanted to capture exactly what they saw, thought, and felt. They weren't as interested per se in making the paintings perfect to what they saw. They were more interested in capturing the impression of whatever was in front of them at a certain moment in time. See there with the impression and the impressionism? No? Okay, well, anyways, so the main thing they wanted to convey was movement, especially the passage and moment of time quality aspects, so they emphasized on the depiction of light and its changing qualities. They used lighter and looser brushstrokes compared to everyone else at that time, and they strayed away of making things look 3D and wanted open compositions. Now, the Post-Impressionism art movement popped up in the 1880s, where it was actually a hate reaction to Impressionism because they didn't care for the naturalistic depiction of light and color. These artists wanted to solely express on their emotions onto the canvas. So they concentrated on themes of deeper symbolism and had some abstract tendencies in their work. They still took some qualities from Impressionism though, like the vivid colors and the thick paint strokes, so I don't know why they were hating so much, but whatever. Anyways, they did emphasize on geometric forms and they used arbitrary colors unlike the Impressionism artists. The beginnings of the whole art movement named Impressionism. My first outfit was inspired by the first Impressionism painting, Impression Sunrise by Claude Monet, where he wanted to capture a sunrise he was witnessing. An art critic by the name of Louis Leroy was disgusted with this painting. He criticized it, saying it looked like an impression of a sunrise, and thus the Impressionism artist adopted the term as a form of defiance and pride. So with my outfits, I really wanted to stick with the colors palette that the paintings had, so I have this 3/4 sleeve gray speckled dress from Rue 21. This is a closer shot of it. I actually thought it was made of wool because it was so warm, but it's actually made of polyester, rayon, and spandex, which is great how flowy it is because you can eat as much as you want and no one can ever tell. So I have this with my brown riding boots that I got from TJMAXX, and I tucked in my gray knee-length socks. Now with this outfit, I have a huge scarf to mimic the sunrise in the painting. It has red on one side, and on the back it's more of the brown hues, but at the bottom there's just a beautiful elaborate patterns with these orangey red tassels at the bottom. You can pretty much style this scarf anyways. You can drape it over your neck, just how I had it earlier, or have it wrapped around your back, laying onto your arms, and you can even have it looped around your neck. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities with this scarf, and it's really comfortable. Lastly, I have this beaded necklace that I got handed down to me from my mom in the same hues of orange and gray, and also these gifted gold-studded earrings. My next outfit, which is actually my favorite one I came up with from all the others, is inspired by Camille Pissarro's The Boulevard Montmartre. In this plein air painting, Pissarro wanted to capture the fleeting moments of modern city life and natural light in an urban setting. He actually painted this from his hotel room at the time, which he ended up doing a series through different seasons and times of the day. Alright, so in this outfit, the top that I'm wearing is actually found in the men's section of the Goodwill. It's a faux suede orange button down that I thought matched the roofs of the painting pretty well. So I'm wearing it with my black booties that I got from Burlington a few years ago, and I have really worn these shoes in quite well. It has stood the test of time, and I know it's all beat up, but I think it just adds character to the outfit, if I say so myself. So here's a closer shot of the oversized button-down t-shirt that I have, and I just rolled up the sleeves. That way, you know, it's a little bit more tailored together because I don't want to get swallowed by the t-shirt. Then I just have my black wristwatch to kind of add a little bit of a classy element for accessories, and I paired it with a black belt to match. Then I have the button-down t-shirt tucked into this elastic waist, houndstooth pattern pants, the best part because you can eat as much as you want. Then I just threw over this brown trench coat if it ever got colder outside. And it is lined on the inside with this wool lining. It's actually detachable if you want to take it off, just depending on how cold or hot it is. And it has a belt that you can cinch the waist in so you don't get swallowed. I thought this brown trench coat was great to match with the whole color, warm color palettes that I have. It has 2 pockets in the front. Here's a closer shot of the trench coat. As you can see on the front, it has this faux tortoise shell pattern all over on the buttons, just so it ties in a little bit more together with the brown of the trench coat, and the buckle of this belt is also in the faux tortoise shell pattern. Then I just have this scarf that I tied around my hair that I got from Goodwill. And then I have these capice shell looking earrings that I got from Walmart. My next outfit is inspired from this melancholic portrait of Dr. Gachet by Vincent van Gogh. Van Gogh used his brushstrokes to convey the personality traits of Gachet, which was strength, intelligence, and melancholy. I later found out doing some research that this doctor was in fact real, and apparently Van Gogh met him when he was taken to an asylum. Dr. Gachet ended up taking care of Van Gogh in the last few moments of his life. So this is my rendition of Dr. Gachet. I'm wearing a white sweater that was actually a hand-me-down from a long time ago that I don't remember exactly who gave it to me. I'm also wearing a white beret that I got from Burlington a while back as well, and then I just paired it with dark denim jeans, and I am wearing the same black booties from the last outfit. Here's a closer look at the white sweater. It kind of has this pattern on it that kind of reminds me of a cable knit sweater, except this sweater is made out of acrylic, so, you know, not really cable knit. Then I just paired it with the black wristwatch for my last outfit. And then for the outerwear, I have this black circle scarf that has some sparkles in it. And I have my trusty old black pea coat. I've had this pea coat for forever. I got this at Burlington as well. So I just threw it over, and there is a belt to cinch the waist. So here's a closer shot so you can see the texture is a lot better. It has a zipper pockets at the front and has black buttons all around, 3 on each of the sleeves, and lined down at the front, and has a wide collar. Then it just has layers at the bottom, kind of just like a peplum, and I have these green studded earrings just to match the buttons of Dr. Gachet's portrait. The next one is one of Edvard Munch's most famous paintings, titled The Scream. When I was in art history class, my professor had told us that Munch was inspired to create this painting as he was walking along the dock and was overwhelmed by the beauty of the sunset he was looking at and wanted to capture his internal feelings of nature, expressing it onto this painting. So here I am trying to be the scream guy in the painting, but anyways, so I matched a lot of these colors with the painting, especially in this button-down shirt that I tied at the front. This shirt I actually also got at the thrift store at the men's section, and you can either have the sleeves down or you can have them rolled up, just whichever way you prefer. I
Also have worn a gray v-neck t-shirt from Forever 21 that I tucked into these blue denim high-waisted pants, also from Forever 21. I just added this brown belt that I got hand-me-downed from my mom. And I am wearing these dark brown combat boots. Not great for hiking, there's not a lot of traction. To put extra layers, I just threw on this cropped gray pea coat. Unfortunately, these front pockets do not work at all, but there are two pockets that do work in the chest area. I don't know, the placement's kind of odd, at least in my opinion. Anyways, I put my hair in a black scrunchie to put into a low ponytail, and I have this orange rock necklace that I also paired with my dangly rock earrings. Best part, I was wearing the Scream socks underneath this outfit. I own art socks. I mean, it's not a surprise. This next outfit is inspired from Henry de Toulouse-Lautrec's Dans le lit in bed. A side note, but Lautrec is actually one of the earlier artists of graphic design, which I find really cool. It was because he was one of the first to blur art with advertising through his posters combining text. Those posters usually were for Parisian businesses and cabarets. Anyways, this painting depicts a couple in bed, hence the title. It was critiqued as being dispassionate despite how intimate the subject is as we're peering at these two in the comfort of their bedroom. I enjoy the stillness of this painting and say that it's just a long-term couple enjoying a Sunday afternoon in bed. So comfort was key in this outfit I tried to resemble. I'm wearing this oversized red sweater that I also got thrifted at Goodwill, except the tag does say it's from Gap. I paired it with my gray booties this time that I got from Target quite a bit of years ago. It's faux suede. And then I also have this green scarf that I kind of just draped along my neck. Now closer to look at, there are blue speckles on this red sweater that I thought really matched the colors in the painting. And it's super comfy and oversized, so my hands do get lost in the sleeves a little bit. Best part, there are pockets in the front. Now this scarf is pretty huge. I wanted to mimic the blanket in the painting, so just gotta be nice and cozy. So at the bottom, there's actually this gray paisley pattern with tassels. And then for the outerwear, I just threw on that cropped gray pea coat yet again for extra warmth. And then lastly, I just have these faux pearl studded earrings. My last outfit ends with another painting by Monet titled Water Lilies. This was made in the 1890s during his Nymphaeus cycle of creating a lot of water lily and garden scenes. Nymphaea actually translates down to nymph for Greek, coming from the classical myth that attributes to the birth of the water lily flower to a nymph who was dying of love for Hercules. Also, fun fact, but the scientific name for water lily actually is Nymphaeus. So I have this dark green v-neck sweater on. I know it kind of looks darker in this shot, but trust me, it's dark green. There it is, a little closer. It's also speckled. I really wanted to make sure I incorporated a lot of speckled pieces in my wardrobe, just because Impressionism kind of has that look in all their paintings. I paired it with my brown riding boots you saw earlier, and just have these regular blue denim jeans. I have a brown watch that I got gifted to me from my best friend, and I have this beautiful scarf. I am just in love with it. I found it also, I got it thrifted at Goodwill. And I just love the patterns on it. It has really these intricate floral detailing around the border, and then it just keeps going all the way into the center, which I don't actually know what this pattern is called, so if anyone knows it, let me know in the comments. And then lastly, for outerwear, I just threw on my burgundy red pea coat. Trying to find the pocket here, found it. Yeah, it has 2 working pockets at the front. I got this from Forever 21 as well. And then it has 4 buttons in the front. I just didn't want to button it all the way. It also has a clasp over at the collar, and I just paired it with these beaded dangling earrings.
So those are my art-inspired outfits from the Impressionism and Post-Impressionism movement. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more of it, just let me know by giving this video a thumbs up, and just comment down below if there's a certain art movement you'd like to see more art-inspired outfits from. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so we can keep hanging out, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye!